Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devam Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Nashtaprayasya Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sarana Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhakti Devata Nashtape. Okay, awesome. We will recite shloka number 10. One second, let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, looks like I can share the screen. That's good. Awesome. Aparyaptam tatasmakam balam bhishmavirapsitam paryaptam tvaidam etasam balam bhimavirakshitam. Translation purport given by His Divine Graces of Bhakti and Swami Srila Prabhupada. Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by Grandfather Vishnudeva. Whereas the strength of Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. This is being spoken by Duryodhana. Just a heads up. Purport. Herein is an estimation of comparative strength is made by Duryodhana. He thinks that the strength of his arm is immeasurable, being specifically protected by the most experienced general Grandfather Bhishma. On the other hand, the forces of the Pandavas are limited, being protected by a less experienced general Bhima, who is like a fig in the presence of Bhishma. Duryodhana was always envious of Bhima because he knew perfectly well that if he should die at all, he would only be killed by Bhima. But at the same time, he was confident of his victory on account of presence of Bhishma, who was far superior general. His conclusion that he would come out of the battle victorious as well as victorious was well ascertained. Okay. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananandasya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhanam Tadati Swapadantakam Vanchakalpatarabhya Kripasindhubhya Cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Shri Radha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Atam Karoti Vacharam Gangam Nangayate Kripa Kamam Vande Shri Gurundina Tarinam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, actually, it's a very interesting sloka, which shows the conditioned nature of a particular living entity. If you actually see people in this world, for example, if somebody comes to your home, then they'll tell, "Yeah, he's my son, he's doing engineering." And then after a few months, he will get a job. And then he will earn left and right. He will get 100K, 120K, whatever it is. And this is my daughter. And she is also in the same boat. She will also do the same thing. And then this is my wife. She is also a software engineer. This is myself. He says, I'm also a software engineer. So everybody is software engineers. Altogether 500K for family. So a natural thing will come. So Duryodhana here explaining few things just like that. There's no difference actually. So why we are showing the person who came? Why we are showing like that? Because we are showing our strengths. These are our strengths. This is my family. This is what it is. This is what he is. This is what she is. So they will take care of everything. Mm. They'll keep me in great position, great situation. If I know so many people would tell, if I do not have job, my wife or my kids will take care of me. So he's in a great position actually. Which in one way it seems to be okay. Seems to be, I can see, right? We can see that yes, yeah, that person is earning, this person is earning, they're doing this, they're doing that. We can see that manifestation happening in that way. But the sad part is nobody knows how many days it will be like that. It's the sad part actually. The person who is coming and then telling that, oh, this is going to happen like this, like this, like this, and then later he has no idea or an assurance that this will remain like this forever. But he is thinking that this will remain like this forever. That's the problem actually. What is the problem in this world? The problem in this world is we have so many plans. Prabhupada says this World Health Organization, they are also doing so many plans to see that the health is rightly taken care. Who? World Health Organization. They have so many plans. They have commissioning plans. They want to do this in this way. They want to do that in that way. But Prabhupada says no matter how much plans they do, still people will die. Prabhupada says that nobody wants to solve that problem. Everybody wants to solve the superficial problems of this world. An elephant who is there in the forest, again Srila Prabhupada says, elephant who is there in the forest, who's feeding the elephant every day? Is it not fed 20-25 kilos every day? Who is giving that elephant? Krishna is providing. Krishna is supplying. So we don't have to worry of the so-called inabilities of this world, because the inabilities of this world will naturally happen. They tend to come. There's a problem, it will happen. There's this, it will happen. Situations will change, it will change. Circumstances will change, it will change. A sadhaka should never be bogged down to these changes. For this, we need strong association. That is the intention actually. Hearing is the most powerful process. Powerful process for what? To transform one's consciousness. For example, I'll tell another thing. This is all connected to our shloka. Very beautifully connected. For example, I'm traveling, or we are traveling. We don't know. This is the first time traveling in flight. You have to change 3 times your flight. We don't know where to get rid on and then which gate. It's all new. See, once you know the logic, how it works, then it's easy. You can figure it out. You can see the boards and everything. But you are going for the first time and then do not have that great intelligence. Unable to read also. It's difficult. This kind of people, it's difficult, right? But he's traveling. He found a partner who is also going to the same destination. He is also changing 3 flights. He is also boarding from you in Hyderabad to Doha, Doha to Chicago, Chicago to Tennessee. That's the itinerary, and then the same person is coming, same place. Then what? Then what happens? Are we worried now? You're traveling for the first time, but now you found a partner who's sitting next to you or in the same flight. Doesn't matter if he's sitting next to you or not. At least you know that there is a person. Then how peaceful you'll be? You will be peaceful, right?
Yes.
Very, very peaceful. So this thing is lacking in Duryodhana's life. That is the reason why he's doing all calculations. Devotee will never do any calculations. He'll simply know what to do and he will do according to it and then move forward. He's not bogged down with so-called inabilities of this world. Again, I repeat, he's not bogged down with so-called inabilities. See, to the life of Srila Prabhupada. Such a great personality. He's not bogged down to these material changes or material transformations or material life. Because he doesn't have material life actually. Everything is spiritual for him. Just see the conviction of a pure devotee. I see through the life of my spiritual master. So convinced in the process. Doesn't matter what situation happens. He simply accepts everything. And then he engages everyone in the service of Krishna. Everyone. I always feel how fortunate to take the association of a pure devotee. Because what they give is, they not just transform the consciousness, but they will completely put us in the platform of the internal energy. It's the greatness of those personalities. And then they give us that strength, just like the person who's flying from Hyderabad to Tennessee, changing 3 flights. He has a companion. And then this companion is always guiding that you go this, let's go together. This is a restroom, you need to use this. This is how you do this, this is how you do that. This is how you do the immigration. It's all difficult, right? We've been traveling for 20, 10, 15, 20 years, back and forth. We know those things, what to do, what not to do. But for him, it's difficult. He has that companion. So he was happily doing everything without any problem or issue. This same thing we see through the life of pure devotees. Physically, Krishna might not be sitting next to him, but they know that Krishna is there in the heart. And they do their services according to that. They always do service according to that. And they know why they are doing the services also. They are simply pleasing the Lord and the spiritual master. That's it. They do not have any other motive. They are devotees. If a sadhaka cultivates this attitude that no matter what, I will simply try to please his personality, then that's it. Which we see lacking in the life of Duryodhana. Yes, he's comparing that, oh, Bhishma, I have Bhishma Dev, they have Bhima, I have Karna, they have Yudhishthira Maharaj. He's comparing different apples to apples, oranges to oranges. He's comparing, contrasting, and then trying to do some analysis, perceptions, his thinking, his awareness is in this way. And then through this awareness, what is he trying to confirm? No, our side is good. And we also have Narayana Sanya. He's trying to pacify his heart. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. Just like a person who's sitting in the deathbed, he's also telling, oh no, that's okay, everything is all right. Then person will come, will ask, hey, how are you doing? Everything is good. Yesterday only they changed the bed sheet. Everything is good. He's pacifying himself that, oh, yes, I have no problems. Everything is all right. But he's not thinking that there's an imminent death which is waiting for him. He knows that he will die, but he doesn't want to think about that. Just like a rabbit, there's a tiger which is running, and then the rabbit closes the eyes and then stands there, thinking the tiger will not see me. Is that congenial? It is not congenial. That doesn't matter. Rabbit closes the eyes or opens up the eyes. Tiger will come and eat the rabbit. The entire world, this is what it is happening. Even in America, there's a place called hospice. What does happen in hospice? They put the conditioned souls in ignorance. What is that? What does it mean in ignorance? They give medicines so that they live in sleep. They leave the body in sleep. So their whole idea is to ensure that happily they leave the body. What kind of insurance is that? What are they ensuring over there? Okay, they're taking care of them, they're getting money, taking care of them. But what is it benefiting the soul? The soul has to take another body. What kind of benefit is that? He's leaving, he might leave in mode of passion or he might leave in mode of ignorance. He might leave the body through by being afraid, or he might leave the body in coma. It doesn't matter. Both the things are leaving the body. So what benefit the soul is getting here? No benefit actually. Likewise, Duryodhana is also thinking here that, oh, I have this personalities, I have these personalities, I'm superior, I'm great. I have all these personalities behind this Bhishmadev, this Karna, huh? This Dronacharya. Oh, I have Narayana Sanya also. I have myself. I'm also very powerful. So he's showing all these things and then confirming again and again that this place is good. He's confirming again and again that I will get this kingdom back. I will rule this kingdom again. Because he's in a state of perplexion that through that kingdom he'll get happiness. That is the reason why first chapter is very, very important. This is the reason. Because it shows the conditioned nature of the soul. The conditioned nature of the soul, what is the conditioned nature of the soul? The conditioned nature, the name itself says condition. Condition means conditional happiness. Conditional happiness means what? If I do this, I will get happiness. If I do this, I will get happiness. If I have money, I'll be happy. If I have this, I'll be happy. If I have that, I'll be happy. Just like Duryodhana is confirming again and again that I will be happy because I have Bhishma Dev. Because Bhishma Dev will kill all Pandavas in one shot. They're fixed. Prabhupada is writing in the purport. Pandavas are like fixed in front of Bhishma Dev. Okay, Pandavas might be fixed in front of Bhishma Dev, but Duryodhana is not realizing that there is Krishna also on the other side. There is the entire Narayana Sanya is there. But there is Krishna on the other side. He knows Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Duryodhana, but he doesn't want to accept. Just see the nature. I wonder, after knowing also, how come we don't accept? Then I see our consciousness, that we also hear Krishna consciousness. We know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We know that, he's a great personality. We know that he has given us so much. But still we don't put that extra effort. Extra effort of what? Submission. Submitting oneself to in the heart. Manasa dehagiya jo kichu more. My dear Lord, let me submit to you. My dear Lord, I don't know how many days I have. Let me just surrender to you. Please, my dear Lord, please pick me up. My dear Lord, let me chant diligently. Please. Please give me an opportunity so that I can chant very diligently and then take your shelter more and more. This thought process will not come. I always wonder, Srila Prabhupada, he went through so much in his life. At the fag end of his life, what happened at the fag end of his life? At the age of 70, he got an opportunity to go to West. Can we imagine how people will be at the age of 70? How body will function? We have no idea actually. But still he gave up everything. He put all his comforts aside because he wanted to please his spiritual master. That was only his desire. He has no other desire, no other motive. His only desire is to please the Lord. Just see how the desires are. On the other side, Duryodhana is also desiring here. Desiring for what? Desiring for property. If we also desire for these properties, dear devotees, we will never understand Krishna consciousness. Never. Because we were never been kept. We were because we never perceive the truth. Because we never understand them. Because we don't want to take that association more and more. Because why is this happening? Why the conditioned state? Why the conditioning is so conditioning? Why is this conditioning so conditioning? Because that's so we are in this world. If you see any living entity, it's all conditioning happiness. Any living entity, dog, cat, pig, so many living entities, they also get little happiness, but it's all conditional. If they do this, then they get this happiness. So that conditioning, we've been used to this conditioning life after life actually. And even after getting this human life, still that conditioning is there. Even in Krishna consciousness, after coming to Krishna consciousness, also still that conditioning is continuing. We need to leave out this conditioning. When we leave out this conditioning, what happens? Then we take real shelter. Real association. My dear Lord, you are the only way for me. I have no other way. This is the way. Krishna says, my way or the highway. Right? That means if we take up to this process diligently, that's it. Everything, all conditioning is taken care. But when we do not take up to this process diligently, then what happens? Then the problem comes. Just like Duryodhana was also known, he also knows that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is not in a position to accept. What is the conditioning which is pulling? His kingdom. So likewise, through our attachments, we've been pulled away from the process. Our material nature will pull us away from the process. Bharat Maharaj is the best example. He gave up everything actually. Doesn't have anything. Gave up everything. Still he got attached to it. And devotees, then a question will come. I don't see any attachments pulling me away so much. Then the answer is we are already there in the attachments. He was not in the attachment, that's why the attachment came to pull him away. We are already in attachment so that's why we don't have to be pulled away. We are already pulled. He's already attached completely. We're thinking that I'm this Purusha. Mataji is thinking that I'm this Stree. Male is thinking that I'm male, female is thinking that I'm female. And then we are continuing our life through this. Adamant nature, which is there, what happens to the adamant nature? The attachment which is there, the attachment which we see, right? In our life, in our heart, in our consciousness. That attachment keeps us stubborn, adamant. No. I want to get that. I want to get this. I want to do this. I have no other option. Let me do this. Let me use this. He was adamant. He was not even giving 5 villages. Very adamant. The attachment is pulling so much. Externally, people might think, it's only 5 villages, na, just give. But the heart will not accept. Likewise, Hiranyakashipu was kept in that situation that Prahlad was not listening to him. He would have just said, he's only a small child, let me just leave him. But heart will not accept that. Why him? Why is he doing like that? He should also listen to me. He cannot go away from me. He should listen. Because I am superior, na? I am the controller, na? I am the maintainer, na? He should listen to me. How can he stray away from me? How can he go away from me? He cannot go away from me. Let me teach him a lesson. This is the adamant nature. Because they are attached to that. What is Hiranyakashipu attached to it? Hiranyakashipu is attached to this. What is that? My property. I should be the king. I should be the everything. I should become God. I should become the controller. So even we, the conditioned souls in this world, we are here means we are conditioned, dear devotees. We should never think that we are devotees. We are practicing. We haven't come to the platform of pure devotion. We are in the process. We are aspiring to become a devotee. Not yet there. Devotee means pure devotee, not Mishra. Shuddha Bhakta only is devotee. Rest everyone. We are aspiring to that. But we cannot claim that I am a devotee. The moment we claim that I am a devotee, I'll tell that is how problematic also. I'll tell. For example, if you are thinking that it's only thinking, it's only in the thought process, dear devotee. It is not manifested. If you think that we are devotee, what happens is we will not listen to others. First sign. We will never listen. Even though if you are listening, it will be superficial. It will not be from the heart. Because I know I am a devotee. If I know that I am a devotee, then why will I take shelter? Because I'm already elevated. Shuddha Bhakta, Paramahamsa, pure platform, pure devotee. Then what happens is we begin judging. We begin judging through various scenarios and situations. And we move. And we will never move forward in Krishna consciousness. That's the problem actually. If a sadhaka, that's why they say sadhaka. Sadhaka means a practitioner. But they never say the Shuddha Bhakta. That's the difference. See the difference? Shuddha Bhakta is one thing. Sadhaka is another thing. Through our sadhana, we will come to the platform of devotion. When we do what? When we do pure devotion, we come to the platform of devotion. That is the secret actually. Here Duryodhana is not even aspiring to do devotion. But he knows Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he has attachments. He doesn't want to take it up. So likewise, even if we know that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, if we do not act according to his instructions, knowing one thing is doing another thing. Just by knowing, we will not realize the process of Krishna consciousness. That is very, very important, dear devotees. It is through our submission. It is through our surrender. It is through our service attitude. It is through our humility. Through these things, they will give that mercy. And then through that mercy, we will become devotee. This is the process. Not like I got initiated, I'm a devotee. No. It is not like that. It is only a beginning, dear devotees. I see so many devotees telling, I'm initiated, I'm a devotee. Who said? Devotee means if you chant Hare Krishna, hair should stand on the end. Is it standing? If the hair is not standing on the end means Shuddha Naam nahi bola hai hum. Shuddha Naam didn't come from our mouth. If the hair is not standing, if your tears are not flowing, that means not a devotee. I'm just giving an example, not just this, there's so many examples like that. Just say, even Bharata Maharaj who's in the Bhava platform, he got attached to a deer. What to speak of us? There's no question. And again, another problem is when we think that we are a devotee, we judge others, dear devotees. We begin judging others. Oh, yeah, he's practicing since 10 years, but still he eats in the restaurant. This person is been chanting since 5 years, but he's not initiated. This person is there since 20 years, but he's not surrendering still. He doesn't do any services. This another devotee is there, he will not do any services. This is all judgment. This judgment meant who will do judgmenting? The person who thinks that he's a devotee, he will judge others. Because he's judging, he's thinking he's superior, If you think you are superior, then you'll see others as inferiors. So all these problems, why all these problems are coming? Because we never surrender to a spiritual master. We don't accept a spiritual master in one's life. We will not have an instructing spiritual master. There is no Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru concepts in our life. Diksha Guru is there, yes, he is there somewhere, and I am here. He is there, and I am here. There's no connection, there's no relationship because we never follow his instructions. That's the problem. The person who is giving Shikshana, we do not have a relationship with him. That's another problem. Because we do not develop a relationship with him, then we cannot understand the truth, we cannot know it, we cannot apply it, and then we cannot move forward in Krishna consciousness. Then where are we? Where are we kept in? Stagnant position. Stagnant, we are stuck. We are not progressing, but we are degressing. For example, so you know what it is, right? There is in water. If a person is put in that water, he drowns inside. He's drowning in that water. Somebody has to come and pull him outside. Otherwise, he will drown and he will die. Because he cannot swim also in that. The water is like that. He has to go down. That is the only thing. So somebody has to pull him from outside. Actually, we are all in that particular state, in that conditioning state. What is that conditioning state? This is a conditioning state. Because we are actually suffering through the inebrities of this world, drowning in this material existence, birth after birth, suffering life after life. Somebody has to pull us out. If there is no person to pull us out, then it's a problem again, another problem. So at every moment there is a problem. Duryodhana is also facing those problems. Duryodhana is thinking, what should I do in this situation? What should I do to protect my kingdom? But are Pandavas thinking like that? Are Pandavas thinking that what should I do to protect my kingdom? They are not thinking like that. Their conception is completely different. Pandavas are not thinking what's going to happen to me, what's going to happen to me if there's no kingdom, what's going to happen to me, if I don't have this property. They're not thinking like that. They're completely surrendered souls. They're very happy. Wherever Krishna keeps, they're happy. That's why they all went to the spiritual world. These kind of personalities will go to the spiritual world. Not the people who are carrying everything and then holding everything. This is my thing, this is my thing, this is my thing. And then chanting Hare Krishna in between. That will not help actually. We need to move forward. We need to move forward that, I'm chanting, but there is no taste. Why? I'm chanting Hare Krishna, but still I'm also watching movies and all that stuff. It's not giving me pacification. The chanting is not helping me. Why am I engaged in this sense gratificative propensities again? What is the reason for that? We don't understand that. Duryodhana also did not understand. He couldn't understand why his heart is not pacified. Actually, he didn't even ask that question. If he would have asked that question to Bhishma Dev, dear grandfather Bhishma Dev, I have so much property, I have so much wealth, but still my heart is not happy. If he would have asked this question, dear devotees, his life would have been transformed. But he did not ask that. Matter of fact, Bhishma Dev shown Dronacharya, shown Duryodhana, that see, this is Krishna, is the supreme personality of God, you accept him. He did not accept. Why attachments, na? So many attachments. I always think if Krishna comes now and then tells us, all the devotees who are there on the call, he will come and then tell, dear Vinod Prabhu, dear Arti Mataji, dear Anubhav Prabhu, Gita Mataji, Kamshilas Prabhu, Hardik Prabhu. If Krishna will come right now, Nikunjaras Prabhu, and then tell, will you come to me? I'll take you to the spiritual world. Are we in a position to go? And we say, Krishna, just give me some time. I will do some arrangements here. I will sign some documents. But I will do this. I'll tell everything which I have to my family, and then I will go. Krishna says, no, right now you should come. Then Krishna, you can come later. I will stay here. Actually, this is what Prabhupada says. Prabhupada says in the first canto, second chapter. Even devotees do not have desires. There's so many millions of people in this world, but nobody has a desire of going back home, back to God. No one has a desire of going to the spiritual world. It's a sad thing, actually. This is a spiritual world, dear devotees. We should all aspire to go there. If you want to go there, we should surrender. Sarvadharman parityajat mamekam sharanam raja. Surrender, dear devotees. We should surrender. We should surrender and practice Krishna consciousness diligently. You're all practicing since few years or more. We need to surrender. We need to know this principle. How to surrender? Anukulyena sankalpya pratikulesha varjana. Accept everything which is favorable to Krishna consciousness and reject everything which is unfavorable to Krishna consciousness. This we need to do. And then the more we do this, the more we'll be happy. Otherwise, things will shape up in a different way. Just like Duryodhana was trying to be happy through his own endeavor. How is he trying to be happy? Through his property, through his kingdom, through his selfish desires. He wanted to be happy through that way. Did he found happiness? You should see all these personalities, dear devotees. All big personalities. Hiranyakashipu did so much. Was he happy? He had everything. Was his heart satisfied? No. His heart was not happy. One Prahlad Maharaj was against him. That's it. He was furious. You will be against me? You know who I am? Everyone will say, Om Hiranyakashipaya Namaha. They stopped chanting Om Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. They stopped chanting that. They're chanting Om Hiranyakashipaya Namaha. You see, I'm that personality. I'm God. You should worship me. This history. So likewise, every soul in this world, they are small gods. Husband is thinking that I am the controller of the family. Wife is thinking that I am the controller of the family. Children are thinking that I am the controller of the family. Everybody is thinking in this way. So we should come out of this inebriety. That is the reason why we come and then hear Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. That is the reason, that is the whole point. To remove all these inebrities. Because when these inebrities are gone, then we can chant Hare Krishna diligently. There's no other. We do not have any other motive other than this. If our motive is this, no matter where we are kept, we will be happy. We've been kept here, there, pull out, pull, not pull out, any circumstances, situations, we'll be happy. Very important. This is a great lesson which we need to learn through the life of Duryodhana. We should check our consciousness whether this Duryodhana mentality is not impacting us or not. Because this Duryodhana mentality is the one which is pulling us away from the process of Krishna consciousness, pulling us away from the process of surrender. This is the one which is stopping us. So with that, I want to stop here. If anyone has any questions, can quickly take those questions and then go from there. Anyone would like to add any question?
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for your kind, nice association and nice information sharing and knowledge. Very nice. So I think I wrote one. Yeah, but just you mentioned something about Paramhansa. What is Paramhansa means? Param means great. Hansa means what?
Paramhansa is a pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada.
Paramhansa means pure devotee?
Yes. It's an exalted Vaishnava.
Yeah,
who has
and
nothing else, who has nothing else other than the, who
it's
has
a very
Paramahansa as-
common, as you said. And I know one Mataji in this platform warned me before. When you do certain thing, you start. I mean, this my me. I start expecting. I think others should do this too, and it's very hard. To when I see others not doing it, those are surrounding me. I say, they're drinking. They start 6 o'clock drinking, and it comes like I don't know how to deal with this because
What
when I
happens,
see
I could
somebody is
understand your
nice,
question.
but then I see other side, and I say, oh man, they started drinking early morning or something. Because we live in all kind of society, we just not living with the devotees, right? So it comes automatically. Oh, he's doing this. So how I know you are saying, but it's very hard.
That is why we should always have the association. Always having the association, reading Srila Prabhupada books, hearing, continuing the process, develop good relationship.
But no, Prabhuji,
Yes.
but we live in a society. We are not living with the devotees with all the time, and even the devotees, right? This is kind of natural, I think. If you're doing certain thing, another is not doing it, or you think other is going for puja and collecting money and telling everybody else, hey, don't do this, don't do that, and then you see, well, next day you give a donation and he's bringing new car or things. I said, we try to tell us to do this, and when we see his other life is very different, so it naturally comes, right? So how we can just say I'm not going to see anything?
So, Prabhu, one thing we should understand. If we are aspiring for pure devotion, if people are not following the process of Krishna consciousness diligently, if we are really doing it, Prabhu, then we feel compassionate to them. That also comes naturally. Because we will realize at that point of time that my spiritual master saved me, he saved my life. These personalities do not have that in their life. These personalities do not have that spiritual master in their life. So that's why they are taking this process in that way. That is the first indication which will come. If we are connected to the heart, if we are connected to the process very, very diligent. Just imagine if Srila Prabhupada was also seeing, there were no pure devotees around him. He was all seeing people who were doing illicit sex just like that. but he did not see any. He was seeing, but he understood that they do not have Krishna consciousness in their life. They do not have pure devotee association in their life. That's why they are in that way. But the moment they received pure devotee association, their heart got transformed. Right? Their heart got transformed. So every question, problem when a question comes, everything we need to see how our acharyas, how our spiritual master is doing. Because they are Mahajanayana Gatasapanta. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhayam. The Tattva is kept in the heart. Nihitam Guhayam. Mahajanayana Gatasapanta. That's why we follow them. That's why we need to develop deep relationship with them. Otherwise, yes, we will see. But how we are seeing is what matters. They do not have spiritual master in their life. If they had spiritual master, they will be far more advanced than me. This is a consciousness which we need to cultivate from our side. Because of the moment we think that we are devotee, we cannot give justification to the other person. Because naturally enmity will come as useless people. I've seen so many devotees telling like that. And these are all nonsense people. They are all useless, fit for nothing. I'm a devotee. I see devotees also telling. That's bad actually. That's not right. This is the consciousness which we need to cultivate. Is that okay, brother? The
Thank you.
consciousness.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Hare Krishna. One import.
Please accept
Yes,
my humble obeisances, all glory to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Yes, Lord, it was very nice to hear you. And so many things you keep telling in every class. As Vinod Prabhu said, your personal realizations that are coming from your heart directly. That is very wonderful to hear. And also, you asked me a question. I was hearing that about to answer. Yesterday, I was also about like if God comes and asks you whether you want to come to the planet, come to Goloka. Are you ready? So at that time, as you mentioned, I know it is very hard for any person on this planet, because you are already attached to one is already attached to this material world. Depends upon every person how much he is attached. But yesterday I was in Potomac Temple for they have a 50 hours capital kirtan for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I was talking to one of my devotee friend, and we were talking on the similar kind of topic. So then ultimately we came to the conclusion, if Prabhupada would have not come to US, then nothing would have happened, right? So it is a mercy from Prabhupada for all of us that we got this mercy, and then through Prabhupada we got Krishna. We got to know Krishna, so in such details. So the ultimate conclusion was that if we are unable to do many things, but at least if we follow Prabhupada, what Prabhupada's teaching, I think there should not be any any problem, for a person to decide whether he. But it has to be 100%. Then definitely, I think any soul will be ready to go back to Godhead. But one has to come to conclusion and follow Prabhupada 100%. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, bro, for sharing that. 100% following his instructions is the only way to come out of this material existence. It's absolutely true. That 100% comes through the process of surrender. The sadhaka has to come to that platform. It is very, very important. Following the instructions of the acharyas is the greatest benediction for us. And that is the one which will actually pull us all the weeds, lust, greed, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara. Always abilities from there. That is the way actually. Hare Krishna. And that is the
And in
solution
this
for everything.
and in this age of Kali Yuga and this Yuga, it is not so easy. What like I mentioned just now, because you know um, it's not so easy. Yeah, but one can keep trying. The ultimate goal, and at least Uh, someone asked me, Prabhuji, when you are going to retire. So then it comes to that question again, what is our final goal and final path, of the life. So one has to be, yeah, very serious, Prabhu, and you know one has to come out of those all entanglements of the uh, material life, because Kali Yuga is very strong, because it is not so easy. I don't think anyone has the answer right now who are on the planet, but there are some souls who are really ready to go back to Godhead from here. Hare Krishna.
If we take right association, we will also get those desires.
Yes,
To go back
association.
from that.
Yeah, good you mentioned, Prabhu, about the association. Yes, association again matters. Like living in the Holy Dham, and then you get that kind of association which is really dedicated. Then at some stage of the life you may
We
think, I don't have anything now left, let me be ready for anything. So that stage has to come. So hopefully uh, we will be able to overcome all those
definitely,
obstacles.
Prabhu.
Yes.
That is the only hope for us.
Hare Krishna.
We need to take right association. We need to hear very attentively. We need to move forward because consciousness is what matters.
Yes.
For example, if I stay in holy dham, but my consciousness is to gratify my senses, then that will also not help. Consciousness is what matters. Wherever we are, if our consciousness is right, Krishna will inspire us. Our spiritual master will inspire us to go back to God. Because they will inspire us to come to the platform of surrender. Again, through that surrender. Because dear devotees, it is very important. A sadhaka coming to the platform of surrender, very important. I know, because why am I reiterating this again and again is because we are closer. We are close. Every person, every soul in this, we are all close to our death. That's a fact, actually. Let us not leave that let us not leave that statement away, stating that I have some time, I have this much time, I have that much time. No. We do not have time. We are ready. We are closer. We are closer to this. We need to shift our gears now. We need to be very attentive while chanting. We need to be very attentive while associating with devotees. We should have the mood of dasanadas. We should have the mood of dasanadas. The other person also should have the mood of dasanadas. If the other person is not having the mood of dasanadas, at least we need to have the mood of dasanadas. And then through that mode of servitude, we need to interact with devotees. And Nikunja Prabhuji mentioned very beautiful aspect. When two devotees are coming, what should we discuss? We should discuss these things. Oh, what's going to happen? When will I retire? How should I plan? Because it all matters, right? What we want to do, right? What is our goals? What is our destination? What is our aspirations? If my aspiration is to go back to garden, then I have to begin from now. For example, if you're traveling to US or India next week, don't you prepare or don't you plan from today? That what should I carry? What should I bring? What should I get? What can I carry in the flight? What should I carry for my prasad in the flight? Right? We will plan all those things, right? Just to go for going to India from America on flight, on a 1 day flight, we plan everything. You are aspiring to go to Goloka. These are the requirements for that. Anukulesya sankalpa, pratikulesya arjunam, rakshasiti iti vishwaso, karpanya. Krishna is my maintainer, is my protector. I will accept everything which is congenial to process. I will reject everything which is not congenial to Krishna consciousness. Krishna is my maintainer. Krishna is my protector. I will be humble. And then he says, Atma Samarpana. What is that? Atma Samarpana means surrender. And when this happens, then what happens? Then your ticket to Golloka is ready. Then after that you do devotion, right? That devotion will clear off everything. What will it clear off? It will clear off all the karmic reactions. Because until that point of time, we are at the stage of Mishra, which will take some time. It's a slow process. But if a sadhaka comes to this platform through right association, then his progress is rapid. He will make rapid progress. And in this very lifetime, he will go back to God. There's a chance that this is, Srila Prabhupada is telling 100% if we follow his instructions, the ticket to Godhead is ready. Then through that consciousness, if you chant Hare Krishna, you remember the Lord at the time of death, pack your bags, go back home, back to Godhead. Then the Antakalic Samamaya will work. Because our desire is nothing else other than pleasing Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Nikunja Prabhu. It was nice. Anyone else?
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sorry if I caused an inconvenience in my speech or through my words. Please excuse me. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripasinandhu. Patitanam pavanam vaishnavim.
Namo Namah.
Thank you very much.
Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.
His Grace Neela Govinda Das Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for a very nice class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. Thank you all very
All
much.
right, yeah. Then with Pranam. Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna.